Hello all, welcome back to my Single Spoonie Mom channel. I am Tasha. If you are new here, there's lots of great content about money, finance, wellness, and planning your best life, so check it out. We're going to be talking a little bit more about stimulus checks today. If you filed your 2018 or 2019 taxes and had direct deposit information in there, you should have already gotten your stimulus check. You are one of the lucky ones. A lot of us are still waiting. That includes myself. If you are a non-filer who filled out the non-filer form, that will come, your stimulus check will come when they process it, whatever that's going to be is, within the next week or two or three. If you are on Social Security, retirement, SSI, SSDI, veterans benefits, railroad retirees, or Social Security survivor benefits, the stimulus check will come automatically unless you had to file the non-filers to get your dependents covered, which I talked about in the last video. If you have dependents and you get any of those things, you do still have to fill out the non-filer form. It is not automatic to get your $500 for each dependent that you have under the age of 17. So that information was in my last video. You can go check it out. I will try to link it down below. So we are waiting. The government says the end of next week, maybe. We could be waiting all the way up to May 4th. But it will get here within the next couple of weeks. We just have to wait. They have to contact and coordinate everything with Social Security offices and the veterans offices and get everybody's Social Security number coordinated. I guess they don't want to double pay anybody, maybe. That could be what's doing the holdup. But it will come. However, what you might be wondering about, I'm sure what you're even been thinking about since you heard about the stimulus checks, is what are you going to do with yours? And I do have some advice today that I would like to share about what I think are the best things that you should do with your stimulus check. So number one, your four walls. Your four walls are most important. If you haven't heard of the four walls, they are home, that is rent, mortgage, utilities, anything that you have to pay for to be able to survive and have shelter. You have food, that's number two. Number three is basic clothing, and number four is transportation. So if you've been hit hard by the coronavirus and what it has done to our economy and what it has done if you've lost a job, if you're still waiting for unemployment or still trying to file for unemployment like a lot of people are, and you get your stimulus check, you're probably going to want to take care of your four walls. Again, that's home, food, clothing, and transportation. Take care of the basic needs that you need to survive. The four walls look different for everyone, but they are four things that you need to survive. So the second thing that I would suggest that you do, if you already have your four walls taken care of and are not worried about getting those bills paid, and you get your stimulus check direct deposited or in the mail or however it comes, whenever it comes, I suggest to put that money into savings. I believe that this thing that has occurred has really shown us all a lot. We need to have savings accounts. We need to have emergency funds for when the inevitable unknown happens. So I would fill up an emergency fund up to $1,000 or more and have that where you never touch it. This is not a savings account for a vacation. This is not a savings account for a new car. This is a complete and total emergency fund for when the unexpected happens and you need that money. I would suggest taking that money and putting it into savings. That's a great way to use the stimulus check if you already have your four walls covered. Now, if you already have everything that you need to survive, you don't need the money for food or shelter or anything like that, and you already have an emergency fund set up, first of all, congratulations for having an emergency fund set up. You are awesome. You know what to do. Um, but you have that done. The third thing that I would suggest is to pay off or pay down your debt. It is a great thing to use these stimulus checks to get rid of debt that you may have that is affecting your credit report, that is affecting your life, where you're paying the basic, what is it called, the minimum payment on every credit card, and it's just going down little by little by little, and you still have these huge credit card amounts on your debt. Use it to pay down your debt, or pay it off if you can, if it's enough to pay it off. Then you're in really good standing, because then you have everything you need to survive. You have a savings account, and now you have your debt paid off. And this might sound a lot like Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and it is. It really truly is. If you're unfamiliar with Dave Ramsey's baby steps, go Google it, check it out, find out about those, because they are really a great way to get yourself into good financial standing and a stable financial standing. The fourth thing that I suggest, this is me personally, my personal opinion for the fourth thing is, if you have your debt, if you're out of debt, you have your debt paid off, you have a savings account, you have everything you need to survive, the fourth thing is, I suggest to give. Give to your local community services, give to food shelters, give to homeless shelters, or other community organizations that need it. There are tons of different organizations that could use a donation right now. Everything from the Red Cross to your local food pantry. Give wherever you can, as much as you can, to those that need it, because this is a trying time for everyone, and not everyone is getting a stimulus check. And some people are without food and without basic shelter, and they do still need the help that they could get. The fifth thing that I suggest is, after you've done all four of those things, and after you've taken care of all four of those things, then go ahead and stimulate the economy. Go buy whatever you want. New game system you've been thinking of, that new 65-inch TV, whatever. Ladies, new clothes, new makeup, whatever. Go ahead and buy that and stimulate the economy that way. Give back to your local small businesses as soon as they open up. Give back to them, because they've been closed down for a long time without any income. So go to your local boutiques and your local grocery stores, not the big box stores, but your local places. Give back to them. Stimulate your local economy, your small businesses, is what I'm suggesting. Of course, if you want to buy that $800 iPhone, go for it. What can I tell you? But it's just my suggestion to shop local when you stimulate the economy back up. Of course, I'm only giving you my own opinions and my own thoughts and ideas. I've already seen people walking out of the stores with 65-inch TVs, and I'm sure that they don't have a savings account set up. But all I could do is give you my opinion and hope that you listen and consider what I have to say about getting yourself into a financially stable situation, so that when this stuff happens again, and it probably will in the future. We might go back on lockdown in the fall. Who knows? That you're not worried again about where your income's going to come from, how you're going to pay for a month's supply of food that you have to get in the house so that you could go in quarantine, so that you're not worried about how you're going to feed your kid that is now out of school and having to stay home all day and eating up more food than you expected in the house. Um, you want to be prepared for that, for the future. So that is why I give the advice that I give in the order that I give it. So again, number one is your four walls: home, food, clothing, and transportation. Number two is fill up a savings account with $1,000 or more. Three is pay off or pay down your debt. Four is give to a local food bank or community organization or any other. I think cityharvest.com, that might be for New York only. Um, but there are plenty of other ones. I'll search and see if I can't link them in the comments. There are plenty of helpful organizations that are there that need donations to get people through this coronavirus outbreak and lockdown and everything else. And five, stimulate the economy, go ahead, have fun, have a shopping spree, and enjoy yourself. So I hope this helps, gives you some ideas. If you have any other ideas on what you should do with the stimulus check, or you want to tell me what you plan to do with your stimulus check, go ahead and type it down in the comments, and I would love to respond and get a conversation going with you. In the meantime, love yourself, take care of yourself, and take care of others. Thank you.